Understand that the struggle conditions you for survival. Not only must you have a firm foundation, but you must understand the struggle conditions you, Pastor Wordlaw, for survival. Haiti is the poorest country in all of the Western Hemisphere. Now that's before the earthquake. Haiti, the earthquake didn't make them poor. Haiti was already the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Half of the nation struggled to obtain clean water every day in Haiti before the earthquake. Are you hearing me? Haiti is no stranger to struggle. Struggle has been a regular part of their life. I'm watching and I'm seeing a 5-year-old boy being rescued after 8 days trapped. A 24-year-old man rescued alive after 11 days trapped. A 35-year-old man named Rico DeBrevel rescued after spending 14 days trapped. The rescuer, Andre Porek, said this of Rico. He said he was severely dehydrated and suffering from a broken leg, but he had no life-threatening injuries. He said he's going to make it. Now, something blew my mind. I'm shocked and I'm astounded when I hear of these rescues. 8 days, 11 days, 14 days. Mr. Broadus, he's in here. He was my biology teacher back at Northwest High School. And Mr. Broadus taught me back in the day that people would die after 6 to 7 days without water. He said, biologically speaking, you must have water. You must have 2.4 liters of water every day just to function normally. So how is it if you're supposed to die after 6 to 7 days with no water, that folk in Haiti are surviving 8 days, 11 days, and 14 days without water? Help me in this place. Now, Pastor Michael K. Jones helped me to work this thing out from Progressive Baptist. He went to the doctor and he asked his doctor, how are these people surviving 8, 11, and 14 days? And you know what he told Pastor Jones? He said, Pastor Jones, the people in Haiti are not used to as much water as you're used to. He said, see, the average person drinks 8 glasses of water a day. And when you drink 8 glasses of water a day, after 6 or 7 days, you're going to check out. But the average person in Haiti is lucky if they get 2 or 3 glasses of water a day. So when it was that things went from bad to worse, their body had been conditioned so that they could survive through some stuff that some other folk would have died in. Somebody just missed your shout. You trying to figure out why have you been struggling so much. And God said, I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to condition you so that when stuff go from bad to worse, instead of slitting your wrist, you'll just wave your hand. Instead of jumping out the window, you'll just jump for glory. Come on in this place. Tell your neighbor, he's conditioning me. He's conditioning me. He's conditioning me for survival. Used to be an athlete in high school. How many athletes are in the place? Then you know that before the season, there's something called conditioning, where you don't even touch the ball, but you just run back and forth because the coach is trying to build your endurance. Because in the 4th quarter of the game, when the other folks start tapping out, he wants you to have something extra so that you can finish. Am I talking to anybody in here? God is trying to condition you. He's trying to build some endurance in you so that in the 4th quarter of your life, you won't give up and throw in a towel. You just keep. I'm preaching better than they give me credit for, Dr. Adam. Not only must you have a firm foundation, not only do you have to understand that the struggle conditions you for survival, but lastly, I need you to understand that joy rises from the rubble. Joy rises from the rubble. There were countless stories of devastation and death when the earthquake hit. But every day since, there's been more and more stories of triumph, resilience, rescue, rebound.